Coming up in today's Retro Robin show, going back in time, a hat in time? No, that's just the name of the game that was funded by Kickstarter, as a matter of fact. We're going back to December 1989 when Crash was £1.95 to issue number 71. We're also going to have a look at this game. It's a sequel, a follow-up, Sophie Too. And we're going to have a go at that and give it a good play, see what we think about it today. As well as more Commodore versus Spectrum. Oh yes, and my Spectrum's got a voice, so let's count down to the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Nice. User. No word.
What, no. I know what you was thinking. What on earth was that intro about? I have no idea. I just fired right with it at the time. Welcome to another Retro Robin show on another retro weekend with me, Wayne. What's in today's show? We're going back to, well, as you know, December 89 to issue number 71 of Crash. We're going to re-review some of the games there and bring them up to today's marks out of 10 rating, given the Retro Robins treatment. And believe me there's some absolute cracking games on there, and one game in particular that wasn't given a great rating. In fact, it was given a better rating in another magazine that I quite liked and quite got to play quite well. That's later on, of course, as we're going to review a new game as well. Well, not so new, it was last year somewhat, but it is a sequel, it's a follow-up, Sophie Too. And I managed to get the actual virtual proper copy of it. Come through the post, of course. I do like to buy the proper cassettes, even to this day, just to add to my collection. Also, as always, today's show is run on real hardware. That's right, we're going to use a real Commodore. We've got a real toast rack playing some AY music as sort of background music in the background to give it a little bit of atmosphere. Not every game's going to have AY sound or bleeper sound in it, so we could do something in the back to fill in the gaps. That's just a bit of DJing ability coming out from me from back in the day. Had an interesting chat with Ricky and Chris, of course, on YouTube, as well as one or two other things going on that I've got behind the scenes. Yes, I'm going to go for the big AY top 40. Well, I might do it in the top 30. My personal top 30 of AY tunes, a countdown, almost like top of the AY pops. Do you like what I did there? And I'm also doing a separate show called Now That's What They Call Bleeper. As a parody of Now That's What They Call Music, without going too much into the copyright issues there, of course. We've got great Commodore versus Spectrum, and we've got one or two great games to review. Believe me, we've got some cracking games today, so let's move it to the next review. Let's have a look at something new. Yeah, we did the first game and I quite liked it, it was quite good. Interesting colours and nice use of graphics, of course. It's a sequel and it's by, well, I bought this from Bitmaps Software, 128k only, coming in a very nice cassette case, which I've misplaced now. I did just a minute ago. Oh, it's over there, I can't bother to reach for it. Yeah, so there's your screen. You've got the enter and space keys between the selection, and if you want to play it, you press enter there. And because we've got, just pause the sound. Oops. It basically reminds me a little bit of Hunchback. However, when you do die, you get a brief period of invincibility when it's flickering different colours. So, you've got a health which goes down as well. And you start from exactly where you lose your life. So if you lose your life in a pit and you're not quick, you're going to die in that pit. Oh, I've successfully negotiated that one. mean, you can't really avoid. Watch this. I'll jump exactly after that has gone past me, and I'll still get hit. So you can't really avoid some of the pitfalls, and this level is particularly awkward because you've got to jump basically. So now you've got a fire button, but no matter how many times I seem to fire, I can't see what it's meant to do because I can't seem to kill anything. And see how you basically flicker in mid-air, in mid-air, and you're invincible for a period, but exactly where on the screen you lose your life, you start from, so you don't really go back to the beginning, which I probably already said, but yeah, now this is going to be tricky. And sometimes when I press the button, it's not as responsive as I think it should be. It's a little bit sluggish at times. That might be my keyboard. Now you have to be careful here, because if you jump there, you bang your head off the... So you can't jump past the into the sky, which seems a bit odd. So the only way to jump here is to jump when they're at the bottom. Otherwise, you try and jump and you hit and you come down pretty sharply and land in what looks like a lava pit. And yeah, I'm down to 3 lives, but it's going to get hard, this bit, isn't it? Because it doesn't matter where you jump. I did it that time. I managed to get past that first little bit. I've only got 3 bits of health left. I haven't found anywhere where you pick up the health yet. There you go. See, I found it really difficult. Really difficult. Did that one okay. Well, I did that not too bad. Oh no, this can be really, really difficult. Well, you've got to avoid that thing jumping across there. And I think that is it for me. I think I'm dead. Okay, well that was the game. Roughly what you got to do. Get through all the different levels and different screens. I won't bother putting my name in. And oh, music, and I'm trying to keep the music down, so I need to get a decibel readers, don't I? I need to get this one on. Well, compared to the first Sophie game I played, it's completely different. It's rather like Hunchback. It's got unfairly tough collision. You know, you can't avoid on certain screens, no matter how pixel perfect you are, objects flying across the screen. You just don't have enough time. Like the ball, for instance, shooting across the screen. You can jump directly after it, come across, land, but by the time you've landed, another one's come and took a couple of bits of your energy away. I don't find that fair, to be fair. But I like the idea of the game, and you do... I think it's a little bit like did I say Donkey Kong? Hunchback. It's a little bit like Hunchback, but I prefer Hunchback. I prefer because you're able to do things with Hunchback. You know, you can't avoid getting killed on this, but you can on Hunchback if you play it well enough. So for that reason, I'm only going to give this, and it's going to be a low rating for me. I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. Maybe I'm being a bit unkind. It was a little bit unfair in the gameplay. Still, you may have a different opinion. Remember, this show is only a matter of opinion, and so it may be one for you to give a go. Available, of course, from Bitmap software on download. remember, if you do download something, it's always nice to leave a little something for the people that develop the games, unless you're actually buying a physical copy, which is £9.99, and they really do a nice copy. Great cassette, colours blue, inlays lovely. You know, they keep things probably better than some of the budget games you used to buy back in the day. So let's reset the computer then. Okay, that's the name of the game we're going to be trying, and I'll give you the ratings as followed, as by Crash. Issue number 71. The Crash magazine itself was £1.95. It did come with games on the front of it, as all of the later Crashes did, and I collected most of them tapes. So what was said about this one? Well, it was by a micro style, and it was converted by a few different companies actually. £9.99 was the cassette price, and £14.99 was the disc. I've had to get myself a drink. I was a bit croaky first part of the program, so can't beat a match. Presentation was given 83%, graphics was given 82%, sound was given 76%, playability was given 81%, addictiveness was given 79%, and its overall rating was 83%. And it works in 128k, so we will load it in 128k. Has a nice little loading screen, nothing too overstated to be fair. And it'll come up now. There you go. That looks to be like a dragon, but more of an alien type of dragon. And if that music is familiar in the background, that's from the recently reviewed from the last episode, the 128k sound of Super Hair. It's got a AY sound. I'll be using that. Lee Chop Stevenson did that game, of course, and I quite liked it for a shoot 'em up. It was really quite good. But then again, I did quite well at it, so that could biased in my opinion, of course. Straight away, presentation, nice big letters, gives you a little bit of info there, 1989 to 1987. Okay. So there was an arcade version of this I wouldn't mind having a look at. And we'll pause the music here. As AY tunes go, that is pretty good. And of course, I've got it in stereo here, and it is stereo. Player 1, music on, sound effects off. I think we'll. I don't remember what the keys are. Oh, you can pick a team. Press space for next team. I wonder how many teams you've got. So I'm using the Interface 2 joystick. It by default automatically goes to that, which is the 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0 numbers used. There's things on the floor. Whoa. The doors automatically open as you go through them. You don't have to walk on the floor like I've been doing. Ah, it sort of grabs you on the floor, look. Oh. Oh, and here's that big bad alien, and these are a right nightmare to get past. S8 alien, it looks like a dragon type alien, but I'm not going to tangle with him too much. I'm just going to see if I can get through a few screens. I've just got a bonus there for collecting what it was I destroyed. There are things that grab you as well from the ceiling, so there's a reason why you're meant to duck. Ah, there we go. And there you go, I've been hung by some nasty there. So I'll stay down for now. Right. You can fire in 3 different directions. Okay, let's make a move on for those. Oh, hang on. You've got to try and limit to destruction counting down, so you've got to do your tasks. And of course, sometimes you lose your gun, which can be quite annoying. I'm going to crawl under that nasty that's on the ceiling, and now hopefully, I'll jump right into it. I find the keys are a little bit sensitive. It's just knocked me straight to the opposite screen. I like little crawl. It's almost a little bit like it's a parody of Aliens. Now I've got some stuck on me. I've got one of them crawlers stuck on me, so I don't think you can get too many of those stuck on you before you end up biting the dust. But just collected £1,000 for that. That's fuel. Oh, jump, 250 points for that, and now I've got hit again. It's an interesting game, isn't it? So with a little bit of practice, I presume I can probably get better than this. You don't have to destroy everything. I mean, you can get through quite a few screens without, you know. But I think if you collect everything, now that was unfair, because sometimes you get a bad, unfair collision where you're shooting something but the bullet just doesn't seem to want to hit it. For instance, especially with these, you can destroy these, but they're very, very brutal and hard to kill. I nearly got him. I think if he stayed up, there you go, I've actually got one, and he's sort of shot, there's a little bit shot out of him. But no sooner do you destroy one, another one appears. And those things on the floor, this is why I like to stay out as well, because they grab you. Okay, I've seen enough of that. So that was given quite a high rating by Crash. But me personally, it's quite good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's one I've got to look into. I'll give it a better play than I have done. I have given it a good go. Better goes off the camera than on the camera, but yeah. So maybe you've seen this before, can understand why it's not quite a Crash Mash. Love the AY tune, and definitely like the title at the top with the use of the 2 colours, the yellow and the red. Pretty good graphics to be fair as well. We've got the next game highlighted and ready that I want to review today, and this has got a surprisingly low rating. The game is by Activision Software. It was £9.99. It's a good game. I'm pretty impressed with this one myself. I've got to play it quite a bit lately over the weekend. Presentation was given 79%, the graphics was given 73%, sound was given 74%, which is not got that much sound in it, but then that's where the sort of moderate to high ratings dropped quite down, because playability was only given 58%, addictive qualities was given 65%, and its overall rating was only 67%, which I found quite odd because I didn't agree. It got 80% in your Sinclair. A bit of research, thanks to Nigel, got that one for me. So we're going to load the tap file. It is a 128k game, and it's also good on 48k, but you have to load different bits. You still have to do that in 128k though. You start with this little intro before you get to load the main part of the game, and you get like the eye of the tiger, so we say, or the panther, I believe. Okay, we can define the keys, which I will do. As I'm using a rubber keyboard, it's going to be a standard keyboard configuration. Space to start. Yeah, nice little intro. And you seem to just come out of this rock here. Now you see the white tiger. I missed it this time round, but you can kick through these rocks as well. So, and of course, when you kick them, you have to kick them twice. The scrolling is automatic. You don't have to do anything. Now I've got that first part. You have to click 2 of them before you be able to convert yourself, or shall we say, change into a different animal altogether. And once you kick them, they lose their head, and if you don't kick them for the second time, and you've got to be careful of these things just appearing out of nowhere as well. And we got Sound Clash. I forget there was one to 8K. Hopefully now I can get the second one of these. I've missed it. I need to get 2 of them, really. And I'm losing my lives rapidly. I got that one that time, that's pretty good. We're doing okay. Oh, there isn't a lot you can do about him unless you've got a weapon to fire with, but if you go near him, it reminds me of Star Wars where he's throwing the sparks over. Now that hood, and I've missed the panther because these all appeared at the time that I really need to attack it. You can jump up a level wherever you will need these to do so. So the music's quite intense, isn't it? I'll let him kick all that out of the way. Now, don't be presuming that because you're at a high level you can't be had by those creatures down at the bottom, because you can. That's it. And now hopefully, I needed that. I needed to catch that, which I failed to do. So I might have one more attempt to do so in a moment. So Oh. That's good, but then you get loads more, so you have to be pretty quick. Hopefully we get this, leaps too quickly, you're unable to get it, and I really need to catch one of them pretty fast. Graphics are quite nice actually, the background's not too bad either, is it really? It's a shame about the blocky scrolling, it wasn't a little bit smoother, but it does allow you to work out the timing of the movement because it's in block sections. It's a constant speed. I've actually killed him for a change. Right, we'll be coming to the end of the section, and I really needed the power because it's going to be really hard to kill that guy there without the power, because you need a weapon. Hopefully we'll get one more chance. I've got one, I need two. There we go, there it is, and I need to catch that thing. Wow, that was a big leap. That's it, and now I've converted. And I can fire, and that's what I was after, to be fair. Because when it comes to the end of the level, you're going to find it a lot easier to kill the guy at the end of the level. And the game gets easier once you've got that power up. But once subjected to 2. And any minute now. So by holding the button and pressing up, you can get sort of like a super power up. And here we go with the big bad boss in a moment, hopefully. It's quite a long, lengthy first level, to be fair. Tell you what we'll do. And now, because I'm able to fire at him, he'll turn into something quite nasty indeed. And launches all sorts of stuff. I'm nearly doing. You need to get his heads, don't you, as he throws these heads towards you. Come on, a few more blows and we're there. Oh, and a few more blows and I'll be end of story. So you may be getting the camera wobble, but that's because I'm frantically hitting the keyboard and the camera's on the same desk, and I do apologise. Yes, there we go, we've got him. So we now get transported to the next level, which will be start as a human again, or whatever he is he starts as. Nice little intro. Once again, you can't do a lot with these. These kind of get to you. Done rather well with them. Oh, they fall out of the sky as well. I need that I got it, first one. Dragons from the floor, well, like snake type dragons. We need 3 of those now to change into what seems to be a dragon. I'm hoping I can do this game justice. I'm giving it a really good go, aren't I, to be fair, and it is very addictive. I don't know how it got such a low playability rating, because the game mechanic as well itself, and now I've changed into what seems to be a dragon. And the good thing is, you've got, if you press down and fire, you can do an all-round shock type thing, but if you press up and fire, you can... it's great when you're able to do that, and find it a lot easier to kill the baddies. You know what I mean? So I didn't exactly get to play the arcade version of this, but... oh, I've got destroyed. But it's game over for me, I think, unless I can find a way. This is not the baddie at the end, this is just one of the baddies. The level is a lot longer than this, but great graphics, I'll tell you that now. As you can see, you slowly got to get rid of all these eyes, and my criticism really is not very responsive on the firing. And I mean, and I think I've game overed myself. And that's probably what I deserve, to be fair. Okay, didn't mean it to crash at the end, that wasn't in the script, but there you go, we'll roll with it. So it only got a 67% overall rating, but Altered Beast, which is a little bit glitchy, itself, is not a bad game at all. I found it quite addictive. When you die, a lot of the times, it does seem to crash. It might be... if I'd have played it on the actual toast rack itself, it might be better. It's got good AY sound, I love the graphics. It's not really any noticeable colour clash, because its sprites details a lot of black in it, and minimum colours. So the boots change to the green of the background that you're walking through, as if you're knee deep in grass. Personally, I thought the game was a lot better than that. It got 80% in your Sinclair, but only 67% in Crash. And for the game that was as well made as that, it's a shame about the blocky scrolling, but as I say, there's a benefit to that, because you're able to time your movement better. Continuous scrolling, you can't stop it, so you've got to keep going, you've got to keep moving. I liked it. Maybe you feel the same. I thought the whole concept of the game, the intro, the way it worked, the playability of it was pretty good. For that reason, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Not quite a 9 or over, but to me, I thought the game was quite fun and I really enjoyed it. More for you to try. This game, by Activision, it was £9.99. The presentation was given 78%. Graphics was given 79%. The player sound was given 81%. Playability 76%. Addictive qualities was also given 76%. So its overall rating was quite a nice 81%. We're going to use the tap file. It is a 128k game as well as 48k, so it doesn't matter which version we load. We'll start by having a look at a very interesting intro. There's your loading screen. Power drift. And as you can imagine, you can define the keys. Great, usual Kempston cursor, keyboard, and once we can define the keys, that's made my mind up. So you got unusual, you got an abort 1, an abort 2 and a pause. nice little presentation, not really nice scrolling at the bottom, the rest is fairly basic, but nice little score roster, and those little graphics between represent the courses. So we're going to go to that guy, we'll try this course. So we can change to various courses. And as you can imagine, it's a racing game. Already got the same, must change up gear. Oh, collision was a little bit awful there. Unusually, look, you've got to go up like what seems to be sort of like a big ramp. Now there's no music in the actual game, just sounds effects. The AY sound is only at the start of the game. This is why you probably won't get that more of a bleeper sound, I believe, in the 48K. This game, I've not tried it at a faster speed. It's unusual because when you're actually going up there, the car actually doesn't move from that particular level of the screen, but because the hills and the background disappears on you, it does make it look very, very convincing indeed that you're actually going up in the air. We've got a stage, a lap bonus, that's good. You do need to brake though, unfortunately. I tend to just hit the gear, change down a little bit. You don't go wildly flying off the road as well, so you're able to, you know, stay on the road quite comfortably. It's not over the top hard. If you do start to see yourself losing control, sometimes they're not. I didn't have no problems avoiding them too badly. And someone's already finished the race, and they start to appear, and I've crashed, so I'm going to end up in a rather, you know, you can get your places. Look at them all waving, happy, aren't they? Yeah, why not? Okay, so what do I think of the game? 81%. I totally agree with Crash. I thought it was an 8 out of 10. It's great the fact you've got so many different people you can choose to play. The courses are quite interesting. The game playability itself's pretty good. So, Power Drift, one for you to try as well, maybe? You haven't seen that one before? Who knows? You're probably pretty good at it. It's not hard to be better than me, honestly. Moving on to another game from Crash then. Now, this next game, the first game was awesome. I used to play this at the arcade. Double Dragon was the first game. This is the follow-up, the Revenge Double Dragon 2. So, in Crash, it was by Virgin Games, of course, and brilliantly designed. £9.99 would have cost you on cassette, and as a female, £14.99 would have been the disc. Presentation was given 81, graphics was given 84, sound was given 78, playability was given 83, addictive qualities 82, overall rating was very nice indeed by Crash, 85%. 128K version was good, the 128K version of course is what we're going to use. Brief look at the loading screen, and that was it. Make sure my music's not too loud. We've got A-Boy sound in the game. Now you could have two players on this. You'd help to have two players because you could have two of you on the screen at the same time. Nice sound of A-Boy music in the intro. There's music all the way through this, I believe. We'll go for one player. And we can redefine the key, so why not? getting ready. That's it, I'm limber now, I'm ready to kick butt. Or get my butt kicked. You know, one of these days I'm going to be quite good at a fighting game. Apart from international karate. Actually, no, I wasn't good at that either. I was going to say Where the Exploding Fist when I played 2-player, but there was nobody playing me, I could lose then. Oh well. Okay, so... Ooh. Already. The usual manoeuvres. I could do with that knife, couldn't I? I think you have to press down, don't you? That's it. Oh, I threw it away straight away. So before you can move to each section, you need to kill a various number of bad guys. It's a monotone game. It's kind of like black and white or various colours. Yeah. Well, that was easy. I've got to be the worst ever at fighting games. I've already lost a life, so we can... but I might get that chain, actually. I think we'll go up here. Where's all my baddies gone? Oh. They've got some interesting acrobatic moves, haven't they? I just kicked him while he was doing a cartwheel. Oh. Can I pick the box up? So straight away we're down a level, on to the next level. I'm surprised considering the start I got off to. Oh, right. Avoid people throwing boulders at you. Because I presume that's instant death. Oh. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, I forgot you got to jump up there, haven't you? Because I just fell off the edge. Yeah. Jump up, we've got to climb up. And now we've got to jump down, haven't we, I believe. There we go, there we go. Climb up there, perhaps. There's not many bad guys coming on the screen. They just sort of appear randomly towards... Well, they don't not random. If I remember, that's conveyor belt, isn't it? If I remember right. Ah, no, you can jump up there. Now, I remember Double Dragon 3 was dreadful, but this isn't too bad. It's quite playable, to be fair. I don't quite understand why it got such a high rating now, because I'm finding it hard to get up anywhere, to be fair, so I must be able to... That's it, I'm up there. A little bit tricky to negotiate moving around the screen. And sometimes, because you've got to walk to the edge of the screen to meet your next assailants, if you know what I mean, you can end up running into them. Oh well, he was a bad guy. He was a well-built man that I've just completely took apart with my first blow, and I don't know how I done that, but I did it. So the back elbow is always a key forwards in these games, isn't it? Making decent progress. Oh, this is the conveyor belt bit. I remember this well. Oh, game over. Okay, well, I don't know why it got such a high rating. I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to give it 85, which is 8.5. Personally, I thought, yeah, it's good. It's not like Renegade 2 or Renegade, where the game was better for the smaller sprites. These were larger sprites, a little bit clunky on the movement to me. This is, of course, might not be your point of view of it, but would I play it again? Well, yeah, I'll give it another go, but not too often, I'll be honest with you. Personally, I think I would have given that a 7 out of 10 rather than an 8.5. But this is only my opinion. So let's have a look at one more before we go on to Commodore versus Spectrum. Right, the next game, Super Wonder Boy in Monsterland. Presentation was given 81%, the graphics was given 84%, the sound was given 73%, playability 87%, addictive qualities 88%, overall rating was 88%. By Activision, it would have cost you £9.99. £10, just say £10. Honestly, really? Oh well, you know, it must have worked for some people. Oh look, less than a tenner. We'll have a load the 128k version, works on both 48k and 128k of course. That is also the loading screen, I believe. There you go, it's Sega. Wow, 1987. Published by Activision. And I kind of like this game, so we'll get to straight away choosing our controls. I'm going to go for Kenston. You get a basic font but readable at the start there, so there's nothing done graphically with the lettering. The press is obviously flickering between black and red, as you can see on the screen. And this is sort of an unusual type of game where it's more working your way through the levels with minor puzzles to solve. So let's start the game. And forgot how to start, is it not? Oh, enter. It tells me on the screen. Loads in sections. And the good thing is, when you've got a tap file, they load instantly. No playing loads of... The games are more playable because of that. So you're this little character here, and if you wait there, over that little where they usually put the letters in, money will appear. Look for various objects that could be hidden. Now you notice you won't be able to go too far here, but if you go to this sort of like a gate, you have to press space. You can enter it. And there are clues to what you have to do. And now I've done that, you can't go back in there because you've done with your dealings for that gentleman. So the smoothing is super quick and cool. So if you buy him a beer, Def holds the key to the town's gate. So obviously you've got to look for what could be Def. And I'll probably have Def come to me very shortly indeed. And there's a little time thing there, you've got to catch up at the gate. Right, now you could proceed. Ooh, we could kill him, but we'll do that first. We'll enter here. And look, we've got, that's got to be Def. Looks like the Grim Reaper to me. And if you let him come to you rather than me jumping into him, it might be better. There we go. And I've got him, that was super easy. As you can see, there's a key there. The key is just, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just behind that. So we'll get the key, that's good. And round complete, so there's the key. Because I got the key, I was able to finish the level. So it works progressively like that as a game. And you can also buy things to go on to you, sort of like a power up. Oh, you can go up the ladder to enter that one, but we'll just ignore that for now. Come here and take a stabbing. Too quick for me. See if I can get up there. Double jump will do it, and then press space to buy a shield 40, a knight for 120. Well, how much dust do I have? I've only got 83, so I can afford a shield. Oh, light. I've got a light. Whatever that is, it's a candle, basically. Oh. Oh dear. Didn't time that very well, did I? Got up there though, that's good. On there now, so I can well, the arrows stopped firing. Oh, it's not, it's there. It's this guy here firing at me, is it? Okay, I'll get him. So interesting sections of the game, interesting change of the screen actually, there's something I need to get. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! Retro, you're about to bite the dust because you know when you're gonna die because you're failing to hit anything. Ah. And now I'm getting the hang of it. You do need to kill all the monsters. Let's not play it for too much longer. Okay, I gave it a good play earlier, and I've gave it a good play now. One I must admit I've never played before, but for something that got an unusually high rating, I had never even heard of it before. But I have now. I might have done actually. I just forget. Sorry, I'm not playing you, so you're gonna have to die. 88%. As it came out in the era where you could have had the background noise or music with an extra bank, you know, I'd have thought a little bit of sound in the game wouldn't have gone for a miss. Therefore, I'm only going to give that an 8 out of 10. Right, so as always, if you like today's show, which is not finished yet by any stretch of the imagination, because coming up in a minute we've got Commodore versus Spectrum. And Commodore have been on a bit of a run lately, so hopefully Spectrum's going to do a fight back, who knows. But before that, Spectrum have been on a run. I have been keeping score. It has been fairly close. Recently, I think Commodore have opened up a lead of 3 over Spectrum. And at one time I was doing triple reviews. That was the best of 3. And I think we'll quit. If you quit, does it new? No. Please like, subscribe and share. See if we can get my subscriber count up a little bit. And I'll make more shows for you, of course. In the meantime, there's a fight coming. Let the battle commence. game we chose today is Match Day 2, Commodore versus Spectrum. This is going to be interesting. Well, you've seen the loading screen there for the Spectrum version. We'll come back to playing the Spectrum in a moment. Let's have a look at the Commodore. And we'll go straight for their loading screen, which is a little bit larger, a little bit more colourful, not as sharp in the pixels, but nice and pretty much the same nevertheless. Okay, so we can load the game. Of course, I'm using the Kung Fu Flash in the Commodore today, so I'm not having to use the tape loader. Oh, we have a bit of SID magic. I think we have to shift down, don't we? Enough of that, let's play the game. Doesn't sound very football-y though, does it, that music? Just sounds like they put a SID sound in for the hell of it, really. Similar going to be the same sort of screen as you've got on the Spectrum to start the game with. You just start the match. So you got the sound of the crowd playing in the background. We've kicked off. And they've got a in black and white and blue and black, shall we say, kits. And I'm frantically trying to get to the ball, but I know I've got position and I've gave it straight away for throwing. Well, that was nice of him. Oh, it was nice of him, but then I've given it straight away. Come on. It's ridiculous. It's a performance the Albion to be proud of. Burton Albion. Oh. Oh, keeper, come on. What's the point of that? Where's the offside rule when you need it? So you got, the noise of the crowd sounds more like it's a pouring rain job to me. Haha, that's mine. Go away, that's my ball. Oh, that's gone here. I've headed it twice straight to their player. God. We're 1-0 down. What a goal. What a goal. I ain't happy about this at all. This is ridiculous. Let's get off this. Let's go straight to the Spectrum version. It's not good, is it? It's ridiculous. Very much so. So it's not quite SID sound, it's bleeper sound, it's doing itself. And it's more befitting of a football tune, isn't it, that one? Anyway, let's get on with it. No crowd. And they're in the yellow and we're in the white, so... Oh, intercepted the ball there. Oh, get past it, get over here. Well, that's too hard. Oh. Goodness me. Come on, get to the ball quicker. Come on, defender, run onto it. That's it. Run onto it, don't run it back. What are you doing? The keeper just stood there with the ball at his feet and just let him, honestly. Why didn't he kick? Oh, that's just great. That's a great ball, that is. Come on, get to it. Oh, yes, just mid-air. Ridiculous. Get out of the way. Is anybody ever any good at this game? Really? What are you jumping? Oh. I am not going 2-0 down. What are you? I don't like football games at all. Must say it was okay, but I could play that one. This one's got a slightly different game mechanic. And not only that, I look like I'm playing against Brazil. I can get into their half and then I lose the ball, it goes back to my half and they score a goal. I've got to be honest, I've already come to conclusion. I think I know which one I prefer out of the two. I'm 4-0 down. Yes, giving it an overall rating between the two of them, there wasn't a lot to choose between them, but after a while the cheering of the crowd, which sounds like a torrential rainstorm coming down, with a little bit of distortion on the Commodore, it just got a little bit too annoying for me. I did find that this one ran better, and I thought it was a more playable version. However, once they 5-0 down, ridiculous. Once you get into the game, the Spectrum one runs slightly smoother, the graphics are slightly sharper. I like the colour of the green pitch. You can quite clearly see the power bar moving up and down. Obviously when you hit that, depending on when you press the button, is depending on how much power you put in the shot or the pass. So on this occasion I gave it the Spectrum, giving it to the Spectrum. I've really had a long week, I'm quite tired, you know. And I had quite a big show and I've had to cut loads out, so this might not work at the end of the day. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed today's show, a bit of a football theme to do with the Euros. And it was a victory for the Spectrum. I have been keeping score, as I've told you before, so yeah, not too bad at all. But for me, Wayne Retro Robbins, of course, I hope you have a nice working week or weekend. Depending on when you watch this, take care for now, and as always, remember to like, share and subscribe. See if we can get my subscriber count up a little bit. Getting lots of views, not lots of subscribers though. Probably tells the story, that does, doesn't it? In the meantime, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.